The Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut is pleased to share our enhancements to the Women and Girls Grant Fund. This brief presentation will highlight these enhancements, which will be reflected in the 2020 Women and Girls Fund grant application. In the coming weeks, we will schedule a live Q&A session to provide an opportunity to learn more and ask clarifying questions. We believe our expanded focus on equity, fairness, and justice will continue to break barriers for the women in Eastern Connecticut and create a more inclusive and equitable community. We look forward to your support and partnership in building a healthy, thriving, and sustainable Eastern Connecticut. During this presentation, we will share our commitment to equity and justice in Eastern Connecticut, our pathway to building equity in our region, our guiding principles, and how we will enhance the Women and Girls 2020 RFP to reflect our commitment to equity and social justice. Our vision at the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut is for a healthy, thriving, sustainable Eastern Connecticut with greater equity for all. Our mission is to collaborate with partners to put philanthropy into action to address the needs, rights, and interests of our community in Eastern Connecticut. Our values are integrity, equity, respect, courage, and empathy. Our commitment to equity and social justice means equal access and full participation. We understand that social justice requires dismantling systems of oppression and seeks to alleviate the burden of racism for Black, Indigenous, and people of color. We believe the Eastern Connecticut region will be equitable when all persons are fully included and can reach their full potential regardless of race, ethnicity, class, ability, sex, sexual orientation, and geographic location. At the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut, we are committed to making sure that women and girls have access to their basic needs and rights. Additionally, we know that in order to truly make a difference, we have to go beyond supporting the needs that exist today and address the root causes to prevent the challenges of tomorrow. Over the past year, the Foundation's staff, board, and volunteers have engaged in learnings to understand the issues affecting residents in our region. In addition to broadening our understanding around the lack of equity for women and girls, the Foundation made grants to support the work of the Connecticut Fair Housing Center, Sustainable CT, Connecticut's Women Education and Legal Fund, Step Up New London, and Hearing Youth Voices. Grants to these organizations elevate the concerns around housing access, provide workshops on diversity, equity, and inclusion to municipal leaders, create equity for women in the workforce, and empower youth and parents to advocate for changes in the education system. As we grow on this journey, we look forward to supporting more organizations with similar missions and creating a region with greater equity for all. As we seek to be forward-thinking in our grant making, we will utilize the following guiding principles. We will prioritize investments to decrease or eliminate systemic inequity. We will continue to challenge ourselves, grantees, partners, and collaborators to promote a culture of inclusion and diversity within our region and beyond. We will also use our resources to establish safe communities free of oppression and support of all people. Using our guiding principles, the following enhanced grant-making guidelines have been added to our Women and Girls Fund. Increased support to grassroots and non-incorporated organizations, increased support to grantees who engage in systems change and advocacy, expanded funding to address root causes of social inequality, building and cultivating relationships with those most impacted by social inequality, and diversify our team of volunteers in the decision-making on funding. As mentioned during the beginning of this presentation, we look forward to learning more about the work of our grantees that aligns with our commitment to equity and justice in our region. We are committed to supporting organizations that address obstacles, and we will also explore ways in which we can dismantle systems of oppression for marginalized groups in our region. In the coming weeks, you will have an opportunity to ask questions through a live Q&A session. If you need to reach us before then, please contact Jennifer O'Brien or Deb Petit. Thank you again for your commitment to women and girls in the Eastern Connecticut region, and we look forward to learning more about your projects.